Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to Beyond Two Souls. We are here with a young Jodie once again, who is having a late night at the laboratory with Cole and Nathan, and appropriately, this chapter is called Night Session. Jodie looks a little bit bored and possibly a bit tired, though. So let's talk to these guys.
Nathan, I'm so tired. Can we go now?
Oh, jeez. Is that what time it is? I'm sorry, I was concentrating on my work. I know you've had a long day. Hey, this morning I bought you a book. What do you say we get you tucked in and I read to you?
Yes, please.
I must have left it in the other room. Why don't you go in there and get it? I'll finish up here, and then we can go, okay?
Sure, I'm on it.
Well, that's nice that Nathan kind of takes responsibility for Jodie. She doesn't just treat her like she's some sort of lab rat.
So, where did he leave that book?
It's in here
Stop it,
somewhere.
Aiden. It's not funny.
Come on. This is supposed to be a nice, happy, fun chapter. We don't want any haunting type of shenanigans.
Aiden? You doing that, Aiden?
Possibly. If you look around, nothing's going on, so maybe it was Aiden screwing around. I don't know. Anyways, Jodie, let's just grab the book and get out of here. It's a book of fairy tales. That's appropriate nighttime reading material. Get my mind off of everything. Oh, okay. Great. So now we see ghosts and dead people. That is just fantastic. I don't know if we should tell them about that or not. I don't know if that's a good idea. If that's something you kind of keep to yourself, or if that's something that's worth mentioning.
Now we can get down to the serious business of bedtime stories. Jodie? Jodie, you okay? You look pale.
She looks dead tired is how she looks. Come on, Nathan, let's get her off to bed.
I don't think Nathan's so sure.
Yes, hold on. Nathan.
Seems like he thinks something's up.
Nathan Dawkins.
Nathan? Nathan, what's up?
My wife. Lord, they were coming back from my mother's. Truck. Drunk driver. Wrong side of the road. They're dead.
Oh no.
Jodie, let's get you off to bed. Nathan, stay right here.
Oh, it must have been
Come on, Jodie.
the spirits of his family. Maybe before they crossed over to the other side or something, or maybe they're stuck in some sort of spirit world. Oh, that's so sad. Poor Nathan.
Jamal Sheikh Sharif, one of the most
So that was a
dangerous
really
warlords in the
short
country.
chapter.
He
And
commands
now
a
we
heavily
move
armed
into
militia,
another very long
using it to control
chapter.
several important districts in the city, which means none of our humanitarian aid is getting through. You have to find Jamal and eliminate him. He relocates Twice a day. Last time we pinpointed him was at the Zanaki Hotel, which is right here. Not much of a chance he's still there, but it's as good a place as any to start looking. You'll be on your own this mission. No direct engagement with the enemy, no backup. You identify and eliminate your target, then activate your GPS beacon so we can extract you. We need to get you out before sunrise, so don't waste any time. The last American soldier that was captured here was pulled through the city behind a Jeep. They found his head, one of his legs in a fishing boat. I wouldn't recommend it.
Thanks, Ryan. You're so incredibly comforting.
I'll be back before they even realize what's happened.
And if you didn't seduce Ryan in the dinner chapter, they wouldn't be kissing here, but I guess things are going well between the two of them.
Don't worry. I'll be fine.
Good luck, Jodie!
Thanks, Ryan. See you later. Let's hope I don't fuck this up or it goes badly somehow. I think this is probably Jodie's first big mission with the CIA, and it is a completely solo mission. She has no help, as Ryan said, no backup.
No backup.
Check that there are no soldiers around, Aiden.
And they won't be extracting her until her mission is finished, so she kind of has to finish the mission no matter what. This is a extremely combat heavy chapter, a very, very Aiden heavy chapter as well. It's probably one of my least favorites. When I play these kinds of games, I'm really more into the aspect of the decision making and the dialogue parts of it. So the fighting stuff isn't really my cup of tea, but you know, it is a big part of the game as well. So if this is kind of your thing, then this will probably be a really good chapter for you. It has a lot of stealth, a lot of sneaking around, a lot of being very aware of your surroundings and things like that. So my recommendation for this chapter is to just take your time. There is one trophy that is available, and it is for getting to a certain location without being spotted. So the only way that Jodie can take out enemies is to sneak up on them and attack them, or if they have a red outline, then Aiden can possess and kill them. Aiden can also possess enemies to kill each other as well. We have a few different options that we're going to be utilizing in this chapter for sure. And I fell down, which is okay. There are a lot of alternatives you can take in this chapter as well. If, like what you saw there, I fell down, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I failed. It just means that I have to now take an alternate route to get to where I need to go. Jodie can be captured in this chapter, but again, you don't have to worry because that's just an alternate route as well.
See if you find anything.
Because I've already gotten the trophy, I might purposely get caught just to show what that looks like. And before you move on to the street, just make sure you do your lookout with Aiden and see what's around. And when you're ready, you can move on forward. There's soldiers on foot, soldiers in cars, and there's also civilians mixed in as well. So there's a lot of different things to look out for here. Now, which way are we going? I think we're going this way. I do tend to get a little bit turned around in some areas. of this chapter, but if you are a little bit directionally challenged and you do get lost, Jodie will always point you in the right direction. If you're going the wrong way, she'll turn herself around, and that will help you kind of go in the right direction. So I'm not quite sure what country we're in, but it is interesting that the CIA has been given the job to take care of this dangerous warlord. Some international affairs going on. This chapter sort of reminds me of just a super long version of the chapter Welcome to the CIA, in a way. I'm not gonna act just yet. We'll use this soldier to take out the other one, and then that way our cover won't get blown.
Get rid of them.
There we go. So that's an example where you might be seen. If you had taken the opportunity there to attack one of the soldiers, the other one would see you and you would get caught. So when in doubt, always see if there's another option. You can use Aiden as many times as you want to look around and whatnot.
This is Inaki who talked.
So we've already come up on the first location where Jamal was last seen, and the last of his cronies just left in the vehicle there, so we should be okay to take a look around. Obviously he's not here.
They've gone.
He relocates twice a day, so he must have already taken off to a secondary location. But we can gather some clues. We can look around as Aiden, and you can see that there is something on the table over there that we can channel. And there's also something on the ground here.
A ruined cathedral. They're near a ruined cathedral. There's one not far from here. Should be easy to find.
I think there was another... Oh yeah, there's some more items over there that I can look at. Might as well look at everything to get the clearest possible picture that we can. After all, it is important that we find this guy. So any and all clues would be really helpful. So that's Jamal. He was here. Confirmed. And then after this, I think we just have that one item on the table to channel, and then we can leave. As far as I know, the item on the table is the only one that you're required to channel, but don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. Okay. I think that is pretty much it. Let's go have a look at the final item before we move on. Probably don't want to stay in one place for too long, just in case he comes back or one of his crew members comes back. You never know. This guy seems pretty heavily guarded. If he is a warlord, he probably has a lot of people that are recruited to protect him.
المعسكر الرئيسي للحصول على التأسيسات.
Alright, Jodie, I think we've done everything that we can here. Let's hop this rail and get to it. We're moving on to the ruined cathedral next. And again, more stealthing around. We'll take this guy out since he's easy. He's kind of away from his buddies. And those guys across the street won't notice you at all. You don't have to worry about them too much. You can just climb up onto this ladder and stick to the rooftops instead of the street, which may or may not be a little bit safer. Who knows? We did see some guys on the rooftop patrolling a little bit earlier. There's a guy up here who luckily has not seen us yet. Walk up to him and knock him right out. Out of sight and out of mind. You can have a look around with Aiden if you want to, but I don't think there's really much up here except for that one guy, thankfully. Which is good. It will kind of pan to some of the street views so you can see what's going on in the streets, but luckily they're a little bit too busy to notice anything that's going on with Jodie, thankfully. Dropped right onto that guy. That could have ended badly if we wouldn't have seen him. Now this guy over here we can possess and kill. Get him out of our way. Which should clear the way, I think. Doesn't look like there's anybody else around. So far, so good, Jodie. I would say at this point we're maybe about halfway done. Oh shit, please don't see me. Oh, that was close. I don't think he would have seen me anyways. I think when you're in cover, you're safe. But he was a little bit too close for comfort. He could have easily peeked over and checked his side and seen me hiding behind that barrier. Mind you, I could have taken him out, I guess. I don't see anybody else around that he could have called for help, but this game sometimes, man, just gets too intense for me. I can hear people, but where are they? I just died of a mysterious choking attack. It's no big deal. Causes his friends to run away, and then I think there was just a group of civilians who are not going to be too much trouble to us. So we'll move on this way. I was gonna go into Aiden's view, but okay, there we go. For some reason it was being finicky, because I wanted to check. Looks like there is a guy that we can possess, but I think I have to get a little bit closer. That's the thing with Aiden too sometimes, is you have to be relatively close to be able to possess people sometimes. If they're too far away, Aiden's unable to do anything. And now they're just walking away. Okay. So I'll get even closer. It's getting a bit risky though. I don't want to get too close. The cathedral's that way, but I just don't want to be seen by these guys. I'll take a risk. they seem to be far enough away, and even if I did get caught, it wouldn't be a big deal because, like I said, if I do get captured, it's not that big of a deal to me, and it might be something optional that's kind of worth showing off.
The cathedral. From where did I see it in my vision?
But apparently I didn't need to kill that guy, so that's nice. That's just a little bit less blood on Jodie's hands that she has to deal with. Alright. We'll have a look in this area, and then we'll call it before we move on forward. We'll look at Jamal's next location, and then we'll give ourselves a bit of a breather. Do warlords give speeches? That may sound like a really ignorant question, but something about this seems a little bit suspicious. He has a lot of protection, which, like I said, may be a thing if he is someone who's well respected or someone who has a great following, but it kind of makes me wonder if this guy is a warlord or if there's something a little bit more to it. When I played this my first time, I was immediately suspicious.
And over there.
There's another item to look at there, and then there's also a dead body over here. We'll check this out. But there is a lot of death in this country, so maybe it is a warlord. Maybe it's just some tyrannical person who's overthrown the government and they're just killing innocent people. It seems to be like there's a lot of people kind of torn up in this situation. We've seen a lot of guards already attacking civilians.
They were attacked. Someone almost did the job for me.
Well, that would have been nice. You could be like at home eating pizza sitting on the couch instead of being in this dangerous situation. I guess I can see why this guy moves around a lot. It seems like no matter where he is, he's not very safe. I'm going to call it here now that we know where we're going to be heading next. We will do that in the next video. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.